Roxas' story is pretty simple and clean, but because of the way it was delivered, most people didn't hear the whole story, and some didn't understand it until much later. At the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, Sora realized that Kairi's heart was hiding inside his body. So obviously, he stabbed himself in the chest, and he released his heart and Kairi's heart, and Kairi woke up. But Sora became heartless. His heart was surrounded in darkness, and his body vanished. But, lucky for him, Kairi found Sora's heartless, and using the power of Disney princess stuff, or love or something, she brought Sora back. He had a new body, and it was as if he never died. But somehow, the body that vanished lived on. No one knows for sure. Nobody knows how or why. There's a lot of theories. Maybe it was the fact Ventus's heart was sleeping in Sora's body. Maybe it was the connection Sora and Kairi had. Maybe it was all made up bullshit. But somehow, Roxas was born, and he somehow stumbled into Twilight Town. He was a shell, a husk. He had no memories, no thoughts. He was brand new. So, he was taken advantage of. Xemnas found him, and he changed his name. He added an X, and jumbled the letters. He was now Roxas. And for the next 358 days, he and the other two would live together. He was a member of Organization 13. He was a nobody. A body with a strong will that kept surviving. He fought the Heartless. He traveled the worlds. And he got to know the other members of the team. But he always felt different. And he was different. He wasn't like other nobodies. He could use the Keyblade. Despite supposedly never having a heart, he could make a Keyblade from it. He had no memory, despite the fact that everyone else had memories of their former lives. Something was off, and despite making friends, in the end, no one could protect him. His best friend Axel, the man who taught him everything he knew, failed him. The girl he grew close to learned things he didn't understand, and even though he tried his best, he couldn't remember her. He was lost. He was lonely. He was confused. He always felt so confused. No one told him anything. He was captured, his mind erased. He was trapped in a fictional world, a digital copy of Twilight Town. He felt like he had always been there. But after 7 long days of confusion, it was all over. Despite using 2 Keyblades, a feat that was thought to be impossible, he still lost everything. He was not complete. Part of his body was missing. Sora's mind was shattered, and the only way to save him was for Roxas to die, to become one with his other half. And in that moment, Roxas spoke his iconic line, the saddest line in Kingdom Hearts. I guess my summer vacation's over. But that wasn't the end of the story. He still lived inside of Sora, waiting, listening. And when Axel died saving Sora, Roxas couldn't take it anymore. He fought Sora, desperately trying to figure out why. Why did the Keyblade choose him? Why was he so special? Why was Roxas the nobody? Why did Roxas have to be a nobody? But after Sora held his own, Roxas decided to let go, to let Sora take the lead. And after so long, he waited for a chance to see Axel again, hoping that he could be real one day. And it happened. Sora found him a body. Using hidden messages encoded in Sora's heart, former members of the organization separated Roxas from Sora, and they sent him into a stolen body, a replica that could bring any heart back to life. It was done. Roxas was back, and he was with Axel. The two of them fought together against Xemnas, and they soon remembered Xion. She was back, the girl that they helped become real. They remembered her. And together, the 3 old friends finally ended Xemnas once and for all. They were reunited, the organization was gone, and they were finally free. Together with all the others, they stopped the forces of evil, and they had their happily ever after. Roxas is probably one of the most loved characters in Kingdom Hearts. So many people were introduced to him as not Sora in the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 2, but somehow, in a 3.5-hour tutorial level, he managed to worm his way into our hearts, and he made us cry harder than we had ever cried. His theme was perfect, and the sadness you feel when you hear it is earned. Roxas' story is a story of sacrifice, being kept in the dark, of being left alone and confused. But now, he's finally allowed to just be a kid, to run on the beach, and eat sea salt ice cream. Anyway, I'm Aloni the Bard, and that's what I know about him. Thanks for listening. Bye. Oh man, I really should have talked about Roxas way back when I started this series. I did a video on Axel, and I did a video on XIII, but I kinda let Roxas fall to the wayside. I think the main reason I haven't made a video about him is because I think his story is really special, and I think the best way to experience it is to just play the games and watch the movie. His struggles are best experienced by unraveling the mystery with him. I think Roxas may be one of the only video game characters where we play through his entire life. There isn't a moment we don't miss. We read his diary, we go on his missions, and we watch as he struggles to come to grips with his own mortality and his own existence. It's a fantastic story, and I highly recommend the 358/2 movie. There's rumors that we could get a remake at some point, and I really wish that I could play 358 in 3D. It's sad that one of the best stories in Kingdom Hearts is stuck in a DS game. Anyway, I did make videos on my other channel this week, so instead of recommending those like I usually do, I recommend watching my 2 other videos on this trio. I remember them being pretty good, and I really love Xian's story, and I love Axel's story. And you might need to know about them to know about what my next story is going to be about anyway. For a long time I made videos like this, and I never labeled them. I never kept track of how many scripts there were. But once I actually felt like the scripts I was making were good, I started numbering them, and I'm happy to say that this is my 100th script. I can't believe how long I've been doing this, and I'm really happy with what I've come up with on YouTube. I'm still trying to make other stuff and get people interested in that, and I'm still debating whether or not to just quit streaming because it takes so much time that I could probably use on other things. But I love what I'm making, and I'm very excited for where these stories are going to go, because there's not many characters left, but there are a lot of games to talk about. I think soon the research for the real videos will be done. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out those videos. Bye.